Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. Sorry about that. Today we'll be reviewing Oner Active Set the Tone Capsule. A lot of the stuff I have today are items that they've already launched before, but a few things that I've never reviewed on this channel, so I'll focus on those first, and then we'll go into stuff that I've already reviewed that I'll just briefly go over. So let's get into it. First up, we are starting with the SoftMotion bralette. This is my first time trying the bralette. In the past, I've tried the sports bra and the scoop back bralette, but not this racerback design in the bralette. Common critiques in the past have been about the straps over people's traps being way too tight. So from what I've gathered from other reviews, it sounds like they've lengthened the straps a little bit, so it's not digging in nearly as much. This definitely felt a lot more comfortable to me than some of the previous bras they've launched in SoftMotion, so I think it's definitely more comfortable. However, because of the deep V cut, it's still not the most functional piece for me. With the SoftMotion bras, I tend to wear them as my everyday bras, but even with this one, I don't think I could do that just because of how low the cut is. However, overall, I think the design is really nice and it looks really good on. I just don't really have a use for this specifically. As you can see, I'm lifting up my arms and you seeing a little bit of spillage underneath. This is size medium. I cannot size down. I will not have any coverage if I did. This is my normal size medium, and I still feel like the bottom band's a little bit big for me personally. So as far as sizing goes, I would say go with your normal size for this bra in these specific colors where they've made this update. Or if you're worried about coverage, maybe just skip this bra altogether and get the sports bra. I think that one has a little bit more compression in the bottom band so you're not spilling out as much. And it also offers better side boob coverage if you are bigger busted. I won't be keeping this bralette, but I really do hope that they release Dark Velvet Pink in the sports bra because I would definitely be grabbing that one. Moving on to the SoftMotion flares, I have a size small regular in the color Warm Sand. And I was really excited for this color in the flares. I think it's so flattering. It's not going to be cellulite friendly at all. This fabric is not cellulite friendly. And then with it being a lighter color, you're going to see that a lot more. I got the regular length because I am 5'5", 30-inch inseam, and the inseam on the regular length is 34 inches, pretty much across all sizes. So I figured a few inches longer than my inseam would be perfect for the flares. Love the length. The fit is just okay. I feel like there isn't really any compression at all in the waist, which is what I expected because it's SoftMotion. However, with any sort of movement, the fabric does start to slide down a little bit. So I would definitely recommend going with your normal size if you don't really care for compression. But if you're worried about it sliding down, then definitely size down and it will fit perfectly. Didn't find this color to be sheer for me personally. I'm wearing a black thong underneath and you can't really see it very much through the fabric, so I was a bit surprised by that, but that is a good thing. Definitely more of a lifestyle piece. I won't be wearing this in the gym. And again, the fabric is super thin. It's not double lined, so you will see cellulite through the fabric. I managed to pick up another pair of flares secondhand. This is an extra small regular in the color True Blue, which launched back in April. I just wanted to compare these two. Obviously, they're not the same color, so the fit's going to be slightly different because of that. However, I find that the extra small fits a lot better than the size small in Warm Sand. I didn't find the fabric slid down very much when I was walking around. Definitely has a little bit more compression overall. So highly recommend sizing down if compression is your main worry for these flares. Again, it's still that very thin, non-double lined fabric, but I just find it way more flattering in this size. Mid-rise, as you can see, it's not really that much higher than my belly button, and I do have a shorter torso, so if you do have a long torso, then these are probably going to end up being low-rise on you. Quick flat lay of the two flares on top of each other. We have Warm Sand underneath and True Blue on the top, and you can see there's a very big difference between a size extra small and a small. Now from here on out, we're going to be going over very briefly items that I've already reviewed in other videos. So starting off with the EasyLift High Neck Sports Bra. I'm not going to talk too much here. Most of the information is going to be on the screen and I'll have some music for you to listen to. But I picked it up in all 4 colors that launched. Something to note with the EasyLift fabric is that it does tend to bunch up in this style. If you have a broader back or broader shoulders, you're probably not going to have an issue because you can like pull the fabric out a little bit more and it'll sit flush against you. But if you are more on the narrow side, you might have some bunching in the collar and on the sides. Moving on to the SoftMotion Strappy mid vest. Again, I've reviewed this before, so I'm not going to go into great detail here. However, I did find that warm sand and glaucous blue didn't fit exactly the same. A common critique about these strappy vests is that the straps tend to roll with movement. I didn't experience that with warm sand, however with glaucous blue I did, and you'll see later on. Very little movement and the strap starts to roll over. I think that color maybe runs a little bit more snug than warm sand does, so just keep that in mind. So like I mentioned, that strap is already rolled. You can see it right there. I adjusted it like a million times before hitting record and it still did that. So yeah, something about this color is just a little bit more snug. So the straps tend to roll a little bit more. I think the straps are maybe a little bit shorter on this color than they are in warm sand. Slight discrepancy there, and I think that's what's causing the rolling. Don't think it's worth sizing up for. I don't really think that would help that much, and it would just make the entire thing a little bit too loose. But maybe just stretch out the straps a little bit more. Maybe they'll loosen up over time. I'm not too sure. Moving on to the SoftMotion jacket, I picked up warm sand and glaucous blue, both in size small. So I've noticed a lot of different changes with the SoftMotion jacket since it first launched to now. Some colors are snug, some colors a little bit more loose, but I found the two colors I picked up for this launch to fit a lot more comfortably. Definitely didn't squeeze me anywhere, whereas I felt like for the lifting team capsule, for example, Granite Blue was really snug and compressive to the point where I thought maybe I should have sized up to a medium instead. I feel like there's a lot more give in the colors this drop. There's a lot more give under the armpit. I even feel like the collar has been changed a little bit. It looks like it fits a little bit more flush against my neck versus the lifting team launch, for example. So definitely a few changes were made there. I'll try to put a flat lay in later comparing the jackets from this launch to Granite Blue, for example, just so you can see if there's like actual major changes that have been made. But I think I saw a few reviews saying that they did make changes, and I definitely felt the difference. Right off the bat, you can see how snug Granite Blue was on me, mainly around my stomach, and then when I turn around, you can see on my back how snug it is. So they definitely made some changes so that the new colors fit a little bit more comfortably. Moving on to the SoftMotion 6-inch shorts, I reviewed these in the past in the lifting team capsule in the color pastel yellow. I went with the same size I got before, a size small. I don't really think it's necessary to size down in these. The fabric is super thin, not double lined, prone to snagging, pilling, and staining. I wore these to the gym not that long ago, and I did core on one of the mats at the gym, and it did leave a stain on the shorts. Put it in the wash with OxiClean and the stain came right out, but just be careful, like these can stain very, very easily, so just be mindful of that. Even though the fabric is thin, I do find that in this color it didn't give me any issues with sheerness. I again am wearing black underwear and you can't see it through the fabric at all, so even though it's double lined, this color specifically does very well with squat proofness. Again, light colors like pastel yellow, for example, that they launched in the past, that is something that's not going to be very squat proof. Maybe wear nude underwear with that one. With Glaucous blue, totally fine with black or neutral underwear. Now, I didn't pick up the EasyLift Halter bralette this time around just because I didn't like it in the past, but I didn't realize that they made changes to it. So you can see here the bottom band is no longer tapered. This is really going to help with the bottom band folding underneath like it was in the past on me, and overall just making the fit a lot more comfortable. They also made some changes to the neck strap. A critique that I had last time I reviewed this in the Iconic capsule was that the neck strap was too tight and it dug into my neck. They've extended that by a ½ inch, and this has been confirmed by the design team. I had a chance to speak to them in New York, and they did confirm that they adjusted it. So this is how it used to fit me. As you can see, the bottom band wasn't even laying flat on me because of that taper. It didn't really have that much coverage, and you can see it's digging into my neck, literally weighing my neck down because of how heavy my bust is. I did get a chance to try on Racing Green, which is from this capsule in New York, and honestly, it fit a lot better, way more comfortable. I felt like it was covering me a lot better. It wasn't digging into my neck. It overall just fits so much better. So now that I'm aware of these changes, I will be picking up more of the Halter bralettes, but specifically in the colors that launched in the Set the Tone capsule, because I know that those have been adjusted and will fit better. Alright, that is all I have for you today. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you head out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!